Hi, welcome to this new series, Flag Training Tapes. I'm Jed. I've been officiating flag football for 8 years now. In that time, I've worked finals at all sorts of levels here in the UK, from sort of little kids all the way up to adults, and I've also been to two European Championships and two World Championships. The reason I wanted to put this video together and make this whole series is to just help the general sort of flag football community learn the rules about the sport. I think there's a lot of games that get officiated, at least here in the UK, by team officials, so I want to give them something where they can learn from it, and just as a wider sort of education piece. Within this series, there's going to be clips that are really clear fouls, and then there's going to be some where it might be a bit more of a discussion piece. My opinion on some of them will be just that, my opinion. You might have a different view, so this is very much just there to sort of drive discussion. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this first play is a good example of an illegal contact foul by the defence. It isn't the biggest foul you'll see, but there's definite contact there, and it's definitely worthy of the flag. If you just it passes court, the receiver catches it, starts running downfield, and the defender, it doesn't bump him a huge amount, but there is enough sort of contact there with the shoulder to send the receiver to the ground. So this is something that, although it isn't a huge impact, it does need to be flagged, and should be something that we as the officials pick up on. So play 2 is a good example of where we can have contact, but there might not necessarily be an illegal contact foul. In this case, you see that the pass is thrown by the quarterback, caught by the receiver, and as she is making the process of the catch, she sort of turns and her shoulder catches the defender in the face. That defender does have right of place. She's sort of established herself, but it's a situation where, with the receiver being in the process of making that catch, it's kind of hard for her to change her momentum and be able to do anything different in this. So this is a good example, as I said, of where we can have contact, but we probably should be leaving this alone, because there isn't really anything that either player could do in this situation to avoid the contact happening. So this final play covers blocking by the offense on the blitzer, and just how subtle it can be and what we need to be looking for. So you see in this play, we've got a nice clear signal by a blitzer, meaning he's very definitely got right of way. The blitz sort of happens, and you might not be able to see it on this first sort of couple of run throughs, but if you watch it again now, you see them, and he has to make a very slight sort of check in his run. And really the purpose of this clip is just to show that how subtle it can be for these blocking fouls to happen. Even something as small as that, where that blitzer has to slightly check up, needs to be called, just because of the speed that everyone's moving at and the fact that he has sort of got that right of way. So I think it might be small, but again, this is where we just need to have really good eyes and be able to detect those subtle actions that are a foul. And this is a really good pickup by the referee. He gets that, and the penalty's enforced. So as I said, just be really wary of this and keep your eyes open for them.